Okay, so for the last 90 days, I've been running a bit of a personal experiment. Every single morning before I even thought about checking a single price, I followed this simple 5-minute protocol that was designed by neuroscientists. And honestly, the results were, well, they were pretty shocking. Let's just jump right into the numbers.
So what's this number all about? That's a 7.8% improvement in my best trading decisions over just 90 days. You know, cleaner entries, much sharper exits, a real measurable improvement. But get this, that wasn't even the wildest part.
This was my resting heart rate, and this is during market hours, mind you, it dropped by 11 beats per minute. I mean, this wasn't just in my head. My body was physically calmer, even when things got crazy volatile. And all of that led me to ask a really important question.
Seriously, think about it for a second. What's the very first thing you do when you wake up? You grab your phone, right? Check the pre-market news? Slam a cup of coffee? Well, it turns out that exact routine, the one you think is giving you an edge, might actually be setting you up to fail before the opening bell even rings.
See, the problem starts the second you wake up. That instant flood of info, the caffeine, it's like a jolt to your system, right? Puts you on high alert. And you feel like you're getting a head start, but what you're really doing is priming your brain to underperform.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. There's hard data to back this up. A study from the University of Cambridge found that traders who start their day already stressed out, they showed a staggering 24% drop in the quality of their decisions. We're talking holding on to losers way too long, taking on crazy risks, all because of their morning.
The main culprit here is a hormone called cortisol. You've probably heard of it. It's that fight or flight chemical. When that stuff floods your system, it literally gets in the way of the brain power you need for trading. I mean, it messes with your ability to remember your strategy, spot patterns, and just make logical, unemotional choices.
So here's the kicker, the really crucial takeaway from all this. In that study, it wasn't the trader with the most experience who won. It wasn't the one with the fanciest algorithm. Nope, it was the calmest trader. Their cortisol level before the market even opened, that was a better predictor of success than pretty much anything else. But, and this is the good news, this is something you can actually control.
And look, this isn't about some fluffy idea of just trying to be calm. This is about using real science to actively rewire how your brain responds to stress to create a physical state that's literally optimized for peak performance.
This slide really breaks it down perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the high cortisol brain. It's reactive, it's emotional, your logic is basically offline. But on the right, you have the calm brain. Suddenly, your pattern recognition is sharper, and that internal error detection center, it's fired up and active, helping you catch mistakes before they turn into disasters.
And we know this actually works. A UCLA study measured it. After just 8 weeks, just 2 months of this kind of training, the traders' brains physically changed. That part of the brain we just talked about, the error detection center, it lit up 28% more. I mean, they were literally faster at seeing and fixing their own mistakes.
Okay, so how do you actually do this? How do you get there? Well, it all boils down to a really simple but powerful protocol you can do every single morning. The best way to think about it is like a mental warm-up before you step out onto the trading floor.
All right, the protocol itself has just 3 simple steps. First up is box breathing. For 2 minutes, you're just going to breathe in for a 4 count, hold for 4, breathe out for 4, and hold for 4. It's super simple, and it's designed to calm your whole nervous system down. Next, for another 2 minutes, you practice market detachment. You just visualize the market's moves as, impersonal blips on a screen, just data points, not personal attacks on your account. And finally, in that last minute, you set a clear intention. You just state your #1 trading goal for the day. And every single one of these steps is backed by solid science. That box breathing? Navy SEALs use it. It's been shown to slash cortisol by 20%. That detachment exercise, it actually reduces the emotional sting of a loss by over 30%. And setting that intention, well, that literally switches on the part of your brain responsible for executing on rational, data-driven plans.
So that's what I did. I committed to this whole thing for 90 days straight. So let's walk through how this all went from theory to a very real, very personal transformation.
And I gotta be honest with you, for the first 2 weeks, it felt kind of pointless. I was fidgety, my mind was all over the place. But then, something started to shift. Around week 4, I noticed I wasn't jumping out of my skin every time a price alert went off.
By week 8, I looked at my trading journal and I'd made 34% fewer emotional, impulsive trades. And by the time the 90 days were up, the data was just undeniable. The entries were better, the exits were cleaner, and I was just way less stressed.
But you know what I really didn't expect? The side effects, the good ones. I started sleeping better. I had more patience at home with my family. It's funny, it turns out when you train your brain to be calm about the one thing we're all told to stress out about, money, well, everything else in life just gets a little bit easier too.
So this is it. This is your opportunity. Look, in a world where everyone is chasing the exact same information, the same algos, the same hot stock tips, your real competitive edge, it isn't out there somewhere. It's right inside your own head.
Listen, I'm not asking you to sign up for 90 days. I'm just asking you to try it. Once. Just 5 minutes. Tomorrow morning, before you even think about looking at a chart, just give yourself 5 minutes of this calm clarity. Just see how you feel. See how you trade. What do you got to lose?
Because at the end of the day, the greatest edge you can have in any market isn't about having more information than the next guy. It's about having a calm, clear mind that can actually stick to a plan while everyone else is panicking. That 5-minute investment in yourself, that just might be the single most profitable trade you make all year.